Welcome to Big Ram Method's Adventure. Today is day 10 of our Alaska road trip. We are still in Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada. Today we are headed out to see some sights. We're going to do Athabasca Falls, which is a short walk from a parking lot. Probably about, I think it was a 25-30 minute drive from the Whistler's campground where we're at. And then, what was the other ones?
It is Pyramid Island.
So I think that one's last. That one's further north.
And the other one, Path of the Glacier Trail.
And the Path of the Glacier Trail.
Yeah.
So, the last two, so Path of the Glacier is how long?
1.1 mile.
1.1 mile, so not too bad. And then Pyramid Island, I think, is a pretty short one.
0.4 mile.
As well. Yeah, 0.4 miles. So a little bit of driving in between them. Path of the Glaciers is pretty close to Athabasca Falls. So we're going to hit the falls first because that's furthest away. And then Path of the Glacier. And then Pyramid Island is on Pyramid Lake, which is north of Jasper Town. So that'll be our last stop there. And then after we're done with these sites today, it's time to pack up camp again and to get ready to leave in the morning, because tomorrow morning we head up to Mile Zero campground in Dawson Creek, British Columbia, which is the start of the Alaska Highway. We'll continue on. So we've still got 20 days left. Not that many left until we get to Alaska, though. So we'll get to Alaska 6 days from now, and then the rest of that is the return trip. So you guys ready to go see some more cool stuff? Sure. All right, let's hit the road. What do you guys think?
We'll do that.
That was Athabasca Falls. What do you guys think of that one?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that one was probably one of my favorites.
Very easy. We thought that we beat the crowds because when we got here, the parking lot was pretty empty. But as soon as we got out of the truck, several tour buses pulled up in the tour bus lane and unloaded. So it would have been nice to get here just a little bit earlier. Yeah, there's like a half dozen tour buses here right now. I think at least a couple of them were full of senior citizens. Almost everybody on the trail had white hair. Here are a lot of older folks. But that is a nice thing about this trail. It is pretty accessible. There are a few stairs that are optional if you want to go down through the canyon, which was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it if you don't mind the stairs. They're not very steep, and it was pretty easy back up. The sign said 59 stairs, so it's not a ton. But
Really liked that area. I liked going through like the rocks.
the rocks, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so it's one more waterfall. Now we're going to continue on to the path of the glacier, which should be fairly close by. It's almost 10 now, so things are starting to get a bit busier. Hopefully it's not too busy there. But if you were at Athabasca Falls, which what time we get here? About 8:30?
Yeah.
8:30, between 8:30 and it's almost 10 now, 8:30 and 9:50. And you see yourself in the video, make sure to leave a comment. Let us know what time marker you saw yourself at. But let's get back on the road and on to the next site. Well, we just got up 93A. We were headed towards the path of the glacier, and we needed to turn down Edith Cavell, I'm not sure which road to get there, and the road is closed. So we're not going to be able to do this hike. They have gates blocking the road. Yeah, and it's quite a distance to get up there. So can't like walk up the road. Oh wow, yeah, that was quite a long, that's really long. It still says like 35 kilometers, but I think it says that because I went past it and doesn't know where I can turn around it. But looking at the map, yeah, that is a really long road to get up there. And it is closed.
Pretty sure we'd have to walk longer than the actual hike.
We would, yes. So, not going to be able to do that one. So I guess we're going to go to our next stop then, which is Pyramid Lake,
Pyramid Island.
which is on Pyramid Lake. So let's get back on the road and find that one. That was Pyramid Lake. It was nice, easy, short little walk around the island. There's a cool footbridge to go across, and we heard some loons. And as I was asking these guys, they were a little bit behind me, if they heard the loons. There was a couple sitting on a bench there from New Orleans. Asked me what a loon is. They didn't even know that the sounds that we were hearing. Unfortunately, I didn't have the microphone, so I wasn't recording audio, just doing the hyperlapse there. They weren't even aware that was a bird. They have been trying to figure out what the noise was. So they were pretty excited when I explained to them what a loon is. For folks watching, if you don't know what a loon is, it is a waterfowl. It is somewhat similar to a duck in appearance. It has almost kind of a duck-like shape. Doesn't have a duck bill, though, I believe. They're black. They have a white ring around their neck, and they have some white spots on their back, and they make a very interesting sound. Maybe I'll see if I can splice in some loon sounds, if I could find some into the video here. Unfortunately, we didn't actually see any, but we have seen them before. They are mostly in the very northern parts of the U.S., so we typically hear and see them when we go up to northern Wisconsin. I don't think they go even all the way to southern Wisconsin at all. They don't go very much south beyond northern Wisconsin. We definitely don't have them in Illinois or south of Illinois in the U.S. And then, of course, being a northern bird, they like the lakes up here in Canada. So I think they're probably, they're common enough in Canada that it's on their currency, in their $1 Canadian coin. It's called a loonie because it has a loon on it. So very cool birds if you see or hear one. We did kind of make up for the fact, I guess, a little bit that we didn't get to do the other hike that we had planned on the way down here to Pyramid Lake. We finally saw a bull elk. It still had pretty fresh antlers that were still growing because they were still covered in fuzz, so they don't shed the fuzz off of their antlers until later in the year. But mostly what we've been seeing everywhere is large amounts of cow elk, female elk.
Yeah.
What else did we see? We saw a white-tailed deer when we were back on the Icefield Parkway headed towards Athabasca earlier. And I think that's pretty much it for the wildlife so far today.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to camp and eat some lunch and then figure out if there's any other hikes that we want to do since we missed out on one.
Yeah.
But let's get back to it. Just went into Jasper to see if we could find one of these card reader, because didn't realize that Randy's Surface laptop didn't have a card reader built into it, and transferring photos off of my Canon 5D Mark IV is painfully slow. Also, I didn't have a cable to transfer off of my old Canon T3i that Raylene's been using. and her brother took the larger, her big brother that's not with us, took the larger memory card out of this camera and put it into his camera. So it only has a little 8 gig card in it. So I also grabbed a 32 gig card that she can put into the T3i here, so she can take more photos on here because she's running out of room on that little 8 gig card. But now you've got a combo USB-C, compact flash, SD, and micro SD card reader, so we can transfer the files onto the 4 terabyte hard drive I brought with us to back them up a lot quicker and free up some space so we can take more photos. I also need to transfer things off of the GoPro and the DJI Osmo Action 4 that we've been recording video on, because got quite a bit of video on both of those. I want to make sure that we back those up as well. So now that we've got all that done, we're going to try and find a grocery store, and hopefully we can find parking near it, because parking in Jasper in the middle of the day at 3 p.m. is a bit of a challenge. All right, let's get back on the road. Okay, we grabbed a few groceries at Nestor's in Jasper, and now we're gonna head over to Miette, maybe, I'm sure if that's how you say that, and check out an abandoned mine, and then we'll head back to camp after that. That was Punch Bowl Falls, and not much to see here. I guess that's why there's nobody else parked here. The bridge goes directly over the top of the falls, and there's no way to get a really good view of the falls. The trail just kind of goes around, very short, like 100 feet maybe at most from the parking lot, and there's kind of trees blocking the view of the falls, so you really can't see much beyond what you can see looking over the edge of the bridge there. But we're gonna go back down the road a little bit to the mine and check that out now. was the Mine Trail near Miette Hot Springs. No idea if I'm saying that correctly. I'm pretty sure that's another French word. What did you guys think of that trail?
It was slick.
It was kind of spooky. I thought it was cool. We found a trail cam.
Yeah, found a trail camera. That's actually the only sign that they have on the information board here, is that there are trail cams in the area. But I think this trail is just as abandoned as the mine. It's actually in the visitor guide, but it doesn't say anything other than step back in time and see ruins of an old mine. There's zero information, and I even tried to do a search, and really all I can find is stuff on the hot springs itself. Here in the book it says an abandoned mine site for the history buff, and then on the Parks Canada website doesn't really give you much more than that either. The trail, like I said, I think is just about as abandoned as the mine now. It's paved, it's a very easy trail, but all of the trail markers are gone. Just the post for them are there, so there's no information on what you're looking at, and it's all pretty much overgrown. There were a lot of benches along the trail, but they paint is chipped and faded off of all of them. I mean, they're all kind of in disrepair. At the start of the trail, there's several picnic tables, and a couple of them, like trees and stuff, are overgrown up around it. And up until we just got back, we were the only vehicle in the parking lot. A couple older ladies just parked and started heading up the trail. So we had the entire trail to ourselves.
Yeah.
For the most part, really, until we got back to the truck. So, I mean, that was nice for a change to have something that wasn't so crowded.
Yeah.
And I know you guys thought it was pretty interesting seeing all the ruins of the old mine. I just wish that we could have seen some information on it to figure out, like, when was the mine in operation? When did it become abandoned? And stuff like that.
Things for?
Yeah, what were they mining here? We did see like some old equipment. Actually, the first thing we saw with the direction that we took looked like maybe an old piece of an engine block or something next to the trail. But most everywhere else, it was like cement, reinforced cement structure that was left. There were some columns. And then we did see a mine shaft entrance with a warning sign saying to keep out. And then another big, well, not big, but small cement building with a big steel door hanging open that you could go inside. The kids went in there. They thought that was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
So something a little different. Yeah. All right. It is time to head back to camp and get some dinner and pack up so that we can leave in the morning. Let's get back on the road. That's the end of day 10. We didn't quite get to do everything that we wanted to do, but we found some supplements and had fun. Started the day going out to Athabasca Falls. It was pretty cool. Again, highly recommend getting there early before all the tour buses start arriving, or maybe even late. No, not sure what time the tour buses stop running there, but very popular spot. Gets pretty crowded in a hurry. And then we tried to go up to the path of the glacier to see Angel Glacier. But the road was closed. We ended up talking to somebody that said that I guess the ranger had told them that the road was closed because there heard a caribou up there or something. Not sure. We didn't hear that from the ranger, just what somebody else that we happened across when we were exploring Pyramid Island told us. And then we did a little bit of shopping.
Yeah.
Got some equipment for managing all these recordings that I forgot to bring with us, or actually didn't have to bring with us. And a new memory card so she could take more pictures. Got a few groceries. So we got some more water and other beverages, towels, more chips, things that we were running low on for the rest of our trip. And then decided to head over and check out the mine trail yet. And we did finally figure out what the deal with that mine was. So it was a coal mine. It was the Pocahontas Mine. And this will load here. I believe that it stopped operating sometime around the 1930s. Or actually, 1921, it looks like. And then the park stopped allowing any mining operations in 1930, when the National Park Act in Canada forbade any mining operation from happening in any national parks within Canada. So this one closed a little bit before that act. It sounds like it was originally built in 1908, and they had a population of almost 2,000 and boasted amenities like running water. That was a big deal out here back then, I suppose. Again, the trail is not really maintained anymore. This information, we kind of had to go digging for it. Randy did manage to actually find a link on it first on the Jasper National Park in the Parks Canada website. Did find the right information in there. So Pocahontas Mine is what that comes up to. Then we came back and we had some dinner, and we're packing up and getting ready to leave for tomorrow. Raylene, let's take a shower. What happened to you?
I was walking back down the trail over there, and there was a female elk there. She wasn't laying as close to the path as I was walking there. It was really close to walking path. We're trying to walk around it, and it got up and started chasing me. And some, I don't think it's clear. It wasn't like a party.
Yeah.
Some ladies helped me. And let me hide behind their trunk.
Did they distract it?
No, they just said, come over here.
Yeah, the park rangers did warn us when we checked in, and you actually saw some, or you saw.
I saw them.
You saw the babies. Yeah, she mainly saw the babies when she was headed to the shower.
It's probably why they're chasing me.
And so yeah, the cow elk, female elk are very aggressive right now, protecting their young, and there happen to be some along the way to the shower, so they weren't too happy. They're walking through there and chased her. So.
I don't know why it didn't chase me on the way
there,
because I could clearly see her and the baby. So
maybe more close enough.
I carefully walked out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's pretty creepy. Well,
Scary.
I'd imagine so. Well, we're glad that you're okay when you get trampled by an angry mama elk. That would be a terrible way. Yeah. Lots and lots of elk in the area. We did finally see a bull elk earlier today. And what else did we see wildlife-wise? We saw some more bighorn sheep, young or female. Look like they're kind of shedding their coats or starting to shed their coats. We did see another bear. There was a lot of people that were outside of their vehicles, dangerously close to the bear, trying to get selfies and whatnot, blocking the road right around from the campsite. Very dangerous. I did warn people that they should get back into their vehicles. One lady got pretty upset with me. Those people are way closer than I am. So, I mean, hey, I'm just trying to help make sure you're safe.
Yeah, I shouldn't. That was pretty far away from it.
Yeah. Well, I know. You got chased by a much less dangerous animal. And these people were pretty close to this bear. So hopefully nobody got hurt. We did tell the park rangers when we got back to the campground that they should maybe go check somebody or send somebody to check it out because very likely that somebody could got mauled by a bear there with how close they were.
Yeah.
Luckily, the bear, at least when we were driving by, seemed pretty uninterested and was just grazing on the dandelions and whatnot in the field there.
But all that matters second.
Right. Yeah. And well, it was a pretty steep hill that the people were on there too. So they could easily fall on trying to get selfies and done. So,
Yep.
Hope they all stayed safe and at least got some cool pictures out of the risks that they were taking. But yeah, dangerous for them and for the wildlife. So
Yep.
The Parks Canada did say that they were going to go check it out and said thanks for giving the heads up that was going on there. But yeah, it was starting to be a big, huge pile up of cars blocking the road there as well. So not only dangerous from the bear point of view, but dangerous as in somebody coming around the corner there, kind of right on the curve, might not have seen all the cars in time to stop and cause an accident. So
Yeah.
But what should they do, Daniel, if they like today's video?
You guys should like and subscribe.
Maybe even if they didn't like it, they should, because there's other ones that'll be good. All right. Again, do what he said because we got a lot more coming up. Tomorrow, we will finally be reaching the start of the Alaska Highway. We're headed to Mile Zero Campground in Dawson Creek, British Columbia. We'll be staying one night there and then continuing on down the Alaska Highway towards Alaska onto Denali, our final destination, before we start making our way back home. And so, as always, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.